The sun was setting over the villa, painting the sky gold, but the atmosphere on Love Haven, USA Season 7 was anything but romantic. The cast thought they'd seen it all: breakups, makeups, and messy alliances. But no one was prepared for what came next. The season's golden couple, Huda and Ace, who had both been playing separate love games on screen, were suddenly thrust into a scandal that would rock the entire island. It began with a mysterious leak. A blurry late-night video showing two shadows in the producer's suite, voices whispering and laughter that sounded a little too familiar. Within hours, the villa was in chaos. The words Huda and Ace echoed through every corner of paradise. Islanders were stunned, fans online went wild, and producers were scrambling to control the narrative. When the next episode aired, viewers saw the moment it all unfolded. The shocked faces, the accusations, the tears. One castmate shouted, "Y'all been sneaking around while pretending to play the game?" Another whispered, "Love's over, it's war now." By morning, hashtags were everywhere. Love Haven leak, Huda and Ace, villa betrayal. The island paradise had just turned into a battleground. The cameras had finished their official filming schedule for the evening, but everyone knew the best drama always happened after hours. The villa was glowing under fairy lights, couples whispering by the pool, and the producers had quietly left for the night. Or so everyone thought. Inside the lounge, the air felt heavy. Something was off. Lana, always the first to sniff out gossip, noticed it first. "Where's Huda?" she asked, glancing around the villa. The other islanders shrugged. Huda had been quiet all day, withdrawn, claiming she needed alone time. But the truth was, alone wasn't the problem. Who she was alone with was. Out by the producer's wing, a restricted area rarely visited by cast, a security light flickered. The faint sound of laughter drifted into the night, followed by a hushed voice. "Ace, stop, they'll hear us," Huda whispered, her voice trembling with both nerves and excitement. Ace grinned, his signature smirk glowing in the moonlight. "Relax, beautiful. Nobody's awake." What they didn't know was that one of the hidden surveillance cameras hadn't been turned off yet. The red light blinked quietly in the dark, recording every moment that would later ignite a media storm. Morning came like a slap. The sun was bright, but the mood was anything but. At breakfast, the villa was buzzing with tension. Sierra, the sharp-tongued queen of confrontation, looked up from her smoothie and said, "So, did y'all hear about the leak?" Forks froze midair. Eli, Ace's on-screen partner, frowned. "What leak?" Sierra slid her phone across the table, showing a blurry screenshot from social media. It was grainy, but the silhouettes were unmistakable. Huda's curls, Ace's tattoos, the producer's suite. The caption read, "Love Haven's biggest twist caught on camera." Eli's jaw dropped. "You're kidding!" The villa erupted. Some gasped, others laughed nervously, and a few exchanged glances that said everything. This was real. Moments later, the producers stormed in, their microphones crackling. "Everyone, phones down, now!" The room fell silent as security confiscated devices. Huda appeared at the top of the stairs, pale but composed, wearing oversized sunglasses and a silk robe. The whole cast turned toward her in unison. Lana muttered, "Girl, you better start explaining." Before Huda could speak, Ace walked in from the opposite hallway, shirt half-buttoned, hair messy, the picture of guilt and charm mixed into one. "Everybody relax," he said smoothly, raising his hands. "It's not what y'all think," Sierra scoffed. "Oh, here we go." The classic line from every man who got caught. Ace sat down, ignoring her. "I'm not gonna lie. Huda and I got close. Closer than we should have. But nothing happened that wasn't real." Eli stood up, voice shaking. "Real? You told me I was the only one." Ace's eyes softened. "You were until it changed." "I didn't plan it, Eli. Feelings don't care about cameras." Gasps filled the air. Huda finally spoke, her voice calm but trembling. "It wasn't supposed to happen. We were just talking that night. Things got complicated." Sierra leaned forward, eyes blazing. "Complicated? Girl, you were sneaking around with someone else's man and breaking the rules. You're lucky you're not packing already." The producers tried to step in, but the damage was done. The villa had officially split into factions. Those who sided with Eli, heartbroken and humiliated, and those who secretly admired Huda's boldness for breaking the game's unspoken rule: never fall for someone off limits. By noon, word had already leaked outside the villa. Social media had turned the scandal into a circus. Fan pages posted slow-motion replays of the leaked footage, editing dramatic music under the whispers. Comments flooded in. The season's about to be wild. So Huda wanted real love, huh? Ace gonna ruin his whole career over a secret romance. That night, producers called an emergency meeting on camera. The entire cast was gathered in the fire pit circle, the place where hearts were usually broken. But this time, reputations were on the line. The lead producer, Marcus Lane, addressed them like a disappointed teacher. The trust between cast and production is sacred. What happened last night broke that trust. Huda's hands trembled in her lap. Ace sat stone-faced. Marcus continued, "Relationships between cast and crew are strictly forbidden. You knew that. We need the truth. Now." Huda took a breath, glancing at Ace. "It wasn't just a fling," she said quietly. "I was falling for him." The gasps were audible even off camera. Eli stared at her in disbelief. "So everything we had, all those nights, all those promises, that meant nothing?" Huda's eyes filled with tears. "I didn't mean to hurt you, but I couldn't keep pretending. Ace made me feel like I was finally seen, not just as part of a show." Ace finally spoke, his voice low but firm. "She's right. I caught feelings too. I know I broke the rules, but I don't regret it." Marcus pinched the bridge of his nose, exhaling. "Then you both understand what this means?" Huda nodded slowly. "You're sending us home." Marcus's silence was confirmation enough. The villa erupted again, half the cast cheering for justice, the other half furious that the two most talked about contestants were being sent away. Before leaving, Huda turned to Eli. "I'm sorry," she whispered. He looked at her coldly. "Sorry doesn't erase a lie." Ace wrapped his arm around her as they walked toward the exit, cameras flashing, the rest of the islanders watching in stunned silence. Sierra muttered, "This ain't Love Haven anymore. It's Heartbreak Hotel." When the episode aired, it became the highest-rated moment in franchise history. Fans were divided. Some saw Huda and Ace as villains. Others called them soulmates who dared to chase real connection in a fake world. Team Huda trended. Ban Ace trended right behind it. Memes flooded timelines, photos of the producer's suite captioned, "Where the real love happens." But the story wasn't over. Because as Huda and Ace disappeared from the island, a new rumor surfaced. That the leak hadn't been accidental at all. Someone inside the villa had allegedly sent the footage out on purpose. And soon, the world would find out who. The morning after Huda and Ace's dramatic exit, the villa felt hollow. The laughter was gone, the flirting muted, and the silence louder than the waves crashing against the shore. The fire pit was still smoldering from the night before, not from flames, but from the energy that had burned through every friendship, every alliance. Eli sat alone by the pool, sunglasses hiding his swollen eyes. The once confident heartthrob of the show now looked like someone who'd lost more than a competition. He'd lost his pride. "I can't believe they did that to me," he muttered. On camera. "On my season," Sierra joined him, her tone sharp but protective. "Forget them, babe. You don't cry over people who were plotting behind your back. You level up and make them regret it." Eli gave a bitter laugh. "I just keep asking myself, how did it leak? None of us even have access to that footage." That's when Sierra leaned in, lowering her voice. Because someone inside wanted it to. Back in the girls' dressing room, whispers filled the air. Lana was brushing her hair when she said, "You think it was production that leaked it? Or one of us?" The question hung in the air. Everyone froze. Maya, usually quiet, spoke softly. "All I know is that the only person who went near the producer's suite after hours was Leah." Leah looked up from her phone, eyes wide. "Excuse me?" "Don't play dumb," Maya snapped. "You were hanging around the cameras all night like you were scouting for a close-up." Leah's face flushed red. "I was looking for my lip gloss, not leaking footage." The argument exploded. Shouting, accusations, tears. It felt less like a reality show and more like a courtroom. "Y'all acting like I'm TMZ." Leah shouted, "If I wanted clout, I'd drop my own scandal, not theirs." Lana crossed her arms. "You were jealous, though. You and Ace were flirting before he picked Eli." The room went silent. Leah's expression shifted, just for a second, and that was all it took. "Oh my God," Maya whispered. "It was you," Leah stood up. "Y'all don't know what you're talking about." But it was too late. Her silence was an answer. Her silence was an answer. That night, during the Truth Circle segment, a producer favorite for high drama, the host surprised everyone. Tonight, we're doing something different. We've heard rumors of a mole in the villa, someone who leaked confidential footage to the outside world. We want the truth. The cast exchanged nervous glances. Leah, the host began gently, a lot of people have said you had motive. Leah's eyes darted from face to face. I didn't do it. Sierra folded her arms. You hesitated. I hesitated because I'm tired of being blamed for other people's mess, Leah shot back. You think I leaked it? Fine, but maybe the real snitch is someone you'd never expect. The host leaned in. What are you saying? Leah smirked. I'm saying that maybe production wanted this out. Drama equals ratings, right? Maybe Huda and Ace were just the storyline nobody was supposed to hide. The room gasped. Girl, that's a dangerous accusation, Sierra said quietly. Leah shrugged. Dangerous, but true. The cameras don't roll without permission. The host's face paled, clearly unprepared for that angle. We can't comment on production decisions. Leah smiled faintly. Exactly. Outside the villa, the internet was on fire again. Fans loved every second. Theories exploded across social media. Leah definitely leaked it. She's been jealous since day one. Nah, the producers leaked it on purpose for views. Maybe Eli did it for revenge. Theories became conspiracies, and conspiracies became full-blown investigations. Fans slowed down footage, compared shadows, analyzed background voices. Someone even created a 15-minute YouTube breakdown titled The Leak Who Did It, and it got 2 million views overnight. Meanwhile, the cast's group chat was in meltdown. Sierra typed in all caps, "Whoever leaked this ruined the show for everyone." Eli replied, "If I find out it was Leah, I'm exposing everything." Leah left the chat. The producers decided to turn the chaos into gold. We're not shutting this down, Marcus, the showrunner, told his team. We're making it the story. Viewers love a villain. We'll let them pick who it is. The next day, they announced a new challenge for the cast: lies, love, and loyalty. Every contestant had to vote anonymously on who they believed leaked the footage. The results were brutal. 8 out of 12 votes went to Leah. When her name was revealed, she didn't cry. She laughed, loud, unhinged, defiant. Y'all really think I did this? She said, glaring around the circle. Fine, believe what you want. But when the truth comes out, don't say I didn't warn you. Then she walked off set, refusing to participate in the next scene. That night, the producers called her to the control room. Hidden cameras caught the exchange, later aired as the lost tapes. Marcus leaned forward. We just need to know the truth, Leah. Did you leak it? Leah smirked. What if I did? The show's #1 now, isn't it? Marcus's jaw tightened. If you're admitting this, you'll be off the island immediately. Her smile faded. You think I care? You used us like props. You knew about Huda and Ace before anyone else. You just waited until it was good TV. Marcus said nothing. The silence said everything. Leah stood up. I'm not your villain. I'm your mirror. You created this mess. She walked out, the cameras trailing her as she disappeared into the night. When the episode aired, fans were torn. Half called Leah a legend for exposing the show's hypocrisy. Others branded her manipulative and fake. The network refused to confirm or deny her claims, issuing only a vague statement. The integrity of Love Haven remains our top priority. We thank our fans for their passion and support. Behind the scenes, Marcus was furious. He called an emergency meeting. We're losing control of the story, he said. We need something bigger, something that redirects the attention. One of the producers spoke up. What about Huda and Ace? They're still together off camera. Maybe it's time we bring them back. The room went quiet. Then Marcus nodded. Perfect. Let's give them one last episode, the reunion. By the end of the week, teasers flooded the internet. They broke the rules. Now they're breaking their silence. Huda and Ace returned for one final confrontation. The fans went feral. Every preview racked up millions of views. In the final moments of the episode, Leah's voice echoed over the trailer, a pre-recorded confessional before she left. Everyone thinks they're innocent until the truth rolls back the tape. The camera zoomed in on her smirk. Then the screen cut to black, followed by 3 words in bold letters: The reunion begins. The reunion night was electric. Even before the cameras rolled, you could feel the tension in the air, the kind that makes every breath feel heavier, every glance sharper. The stage was set like a battlefield, glowing lights, plush couches, and the iconic Love Haven logo glittering behind the host. But beneath the glamour was something raw and dangerous, unfinished business. When the cast entered one by one, the audience screamed. Eli got a standing ovation, Sierra strutted in like she owned the place, and Leah walked out last, wearing a white dress that screamed redemption, but eyes that promised war. The cheers turned into gasps when the announcer said, "Please welcome back Huda and Ace." The doors opened. Huda and Ace walked hand in hand under the lights. She wore red, bold, unapologetic, and he wore black, the picture of defiance. The crowd erupted, half booing, half cheering. The host, Damon Cross, smiled tightly. "Well, it's good to see everyone again," he said. "Tonight, no filters, no cuts, just truth." He turned toward Huda. "The world's been talking about you for months. Why come back now?" Huda took a deep breath. "Because people deserve to hear it from me, not from a rumor mill." Ace squeezed her hand. "We made mistakes," he said. "But we didn't lie about our feelings," the audience murmured. Eli shifted in his seat, jaw tight. Damon noticed. "Eli, you were blindsided by all this. What do you want to say to them?" Eli leaned forward, voice shaking with anger. "You didn't just embarrass me. You humiliated me. You broke a real connection for a storyline." Huda's eyes welled up. "It wasn't about the show, Eli. I wasn't playing a game." He laughed bitterly. "Then why didn't you just leave when you caught feelings? Why sneak around like thieves?" Ace leaned in. "You wouldn't understand. When you're in here, everything feels fake. We just wanted something real," Leah suddenly interrupted. "Real? You call that real, please? You both were too busy performing love to feel it." The room erupted in gasps. Damon turned to her. "Leah, you've had a lot to say about this scandal. And your role in it. Care to explain?" Leah smirked. "Sure, everyone keeps calling me the villain for leaking footage. But let's be honest, I didn't leak anything. Production did. They just needed someone to blame." The audience started murmuring again. Damon tried to regain control. "So you're denying it?" "I'm saying the truth's a lot uglier than people think," Leah said, leaning back. "You all thought this was about love. It was about ratings. They knew about Huda and Ace before anyone else. They filmed it. They sat on it. And when views dipped, guess what suddenly leaked?" The producers behind the cameras stiffened. Damon cleared his throat nervously. "We're not here to discuss production decisions." "Oh, you mean the same production decisions that ruined lives?" Leah shot back. "Got it." Huda turned to her, voice trembling. "Why didn't you say something sooner?" Leah looked her dead in the eye. "Because you didn't want the truth. You wanted the fairy tale." Ace rolled his eyes. "You're just trying to stay relevant, Leah. You've been bitter since the villa." Leah smirked again. "Bitter? No, baby, I'm just not dumb enough to think love is worth destroying yourself over." The crowd gasped. Damon tried again to steer the ship. "Let's talk about what everyone wants to know. Are Huda and Ace still together?" The question hung like a live wire. Huda looked down, hesitating. Ace stared straight ahead, his jaw tight. The silence stretched too long. Finally, Huda whispered, "No." The audience gasped. Ace turned sharply. "What?" She looked at him, tears welling up. "We're not together, Ace. Not really. We tried, but after everything that happened, it was too much. The hate, the pressure, the guilt. It broke us." He shook his head, his voice cracking. "You said we'd face it together," Huda whispered. "I lied. I couldn't handle being hated by the world." The audience went silent, not even a cough. Damon leaned forward gently. "So, Huda, what are you saying?" "I'm saying I made a mistake," she said, voice trembling. "Not in falling for him, but in thinking love could survive under a spotlight." Ace stood up suddenly. "You're not doing this to me," he said, voice shaking. "Not on TV." She looked at him sadly. "You did this to yourself." He stormed off the stage, cameras following as security tried to calm him. The audience erupted into noise, cheers, gasps, whispers. Leah leaned into her microphone. "And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you build love on lies." Damon turned to Huda, who sat motionless, tears streaking her face. "Huda, what do you want people to know before we end tonight?" She took a deep, trembling breath. "That I'm not a villain. I'm not perfect either. But I was looking for something real in a world built on scripts and lights. I found it for a moment, and then I lost it. That's the truth." Eli looked down, shaking his head. At least you're owning it now, Leah sighed dramatically. Finally, some honesty on Love Haven. Took 7 seasons. The audience laughed awkwardly. Damon smiled wearily, trying to close things on a calmer note. If there's one thing this season proved, it's that love isn't simple, and neither is fame. But every truth deserves to be heard. And neither is fame. But every truth deserves to be heard. The lights dimmed, and as credits rolled, a teaser flashed. Next week, the unaired footage everyone's been waiting for. What really happened the night of the leak. The internet went insane. Within minutes, a Josh Love Haven reunion, a Huda speaks, and Josh Ace walks out were trending worldwide. Clips of Ace's storm off looped endlessly on TikTok, while fans debated in comment sections across platforms. Huda did what she had to do. Ace deserved better. Leah is the only one keeping it real. Behind the scenes, the producers were ecstatic. The reunion had shattered every record in franchise history. But privately, Damon sat in his dressing room, staring at the monitor replaying Huda's final words. "This isn't entertainment anymore," he whispered. "This is heartbreak on loop." And somewhere out there, in a quiet hotel room far from the cameras, Huda sat by her window scrolling through the chaos she'd left behind, tears falling as she whispered to herself, "Was it ever love? Or just good television?" The network called it the unseen truth. Viewers called it revenge. The special episode dropped without warning. No trailer, no countdown, no promotion. 1 minute fans were scrolling their feeds, and the next, notifications lit up. Love Haven, the lost footage, streaming now. Within minutes, the world was watching. The episode opened in silence. Raw behind-the-scenes clips, shaky handheld footage, unfiltered confessions never meant to air. The first shot showed Leah pacing outside the producer's office, whispering into her phone, "They think it's me, but I swear it wasn't. Someone else sent it." Then came the real shocker, a hidden camera angle from the control room on the night of the leak. In the corner of the frame, a production assistant, Celeb, the newest crew member, plugged in a drive, copied footage from a labeled folder, and slipped it into his bag. He glanced toward the main console before leaving. The screen froze. Text appeared. "The network has confirmed this footage was obtained during an internal audit." The internet went nuclear. For weeks, fans had blamed the cast, fought over conspiracies, and torn each other apart online. And now, the truth was simple. It wasn't Huda. It wasn't Ace. It wasn't Leah. It was production. The next scene cut to Marcus, the showrunner, during a previously unaired interview. His voice was calm, detached, almost proud. "The thing people don't understand about reality TV," he said, "is that truth alone isn't enough. You have to shape it, direct it. Give the audience what they didn't know they wanted. We didn't create the affair, we just amplified it." The room erupted when that aired. Viewers flooded comment sections with outrage. So they sacrificed these people's lives for views? This is beyond TV. This is manipulation. Leah was right the whole time. The footage shifted again. Huda's private confessional, recorded hours before she left the villa. "I keep telling myself love is worth it, but what if I was never in love? What if I was just content to be seen?" She whispered. "I don't know who to blame anymore. Ace, the show, or myself." Then came Ace's off-camera clip, filmed in the car on his way home. "They said they'd protect us," he said, eyes tired. "They told me not to say anything, to let the drama play out. I didn't realize we were just fuel for their next season." By the halfway mark, the internet was divided again, not between the lovers, but between the truth and the industry that created it. Back at the studio, the cast gathered once more. One final roundtable, one last confrontation. Damon sat at the center, visibly shaken. "You've all seen the special," he began quietly. "You all know the truth now. Where do we go from here?" Eli spoke first, his tone steady for the first time in weeks. "I was angry, but I get it now. We weren't people to them. We were storylines," Leah nodded. "They made me the villain because I was loud. Because I asked questions. Turns out I was right to," Sierra sighed. "You think this changes anything? The network will spin it, make it part of the next season. They'll call it redemption. But nothing's redeemed here." Then Huda stood up. "It changes everything for me. I'm done letting someone else decide who I am. I'm not the scandal. I'm not the secret. I'm the survivor." The audience cheered. For the first time, the applause wasn't for drama. It was for closure. Damon turned to Ace, who'd been silent the whole time. "Ace, last words?" Ace took a deep breath. "They can keep their show. I just want my life back." The room went still. No cameras, no shouting, just quiet understanding. When the reunion ended, the cast hugged, some awkwardly, some sincerely. Leah whispered to Huda, "They'll still write their version, so make sure you write yours." Huda smiled faintly. "Oh, I will." A month later, Love Haven was officially canceled. The network released a statement citing creative restructuring, but everyone knew the truth. The scandal had finally burned too. Hot Huda launched a podcast called Unscripted. The first episode went viral overnight. Her voice was calm, honest, unfiltered. "They wanted to make me the story," she said. So I took it back. Ace disappeared from social media. Rumors said he moved to Miami, working behind the scenes in production. Ironic, but poetic. Leah became an online icon. Her catchphrase, "I'm not your villain, I'm your mirror," turned into a viral movement for reality TV accountability. Eli went into music, releasing a single titled Lights, Off. It debuted at #1 on streaming charts, and the lyrics were a not-so-subtle dig at the show. That broke him. The fans still talked about Season 7 like it was legend, the one that exposed the system. Memes, edits, documentaries, it lived on forever. But for the people who lived it, the lessons ran deeper. Sometimes paradise isn't a place. It's a lie with good lighting, and when the truth finally breaks through the filters and the edits, what's left isn't glamour, it's humanity. So that's how Love Haven USA. Season 7 ended, not with roses or proposals, but with truth, pain, and growth. The season that began with whispers of a forbidden affair ended by exposing the machine behind the illusion. What started as chaos became clarity, and what felt like betrayal turned into a wake-up call for everyone who thought reality TV was real. The cast walked away, changed. Huda found her voice, Ace faced his reflection, Leah won back her name, and the fans? They finally saw what happens when the line between love and lies disappears under studio lights. It's easy to judge when the camera shows only one side. But the real story lives in the moments you don't see. The tears in the dark, the apologies off mic, the quiet strength it takes to walk away when the world's still watching. So now we turn it over to you. What do you think? Was Love Haven's downfall inevitable, or did it crumble because the truth finally refused to stay hidden? Do you believe reality shows exploit love, or do they just mirror what we all crave? Connection, even when it's messy. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the wild world of unscripted drama. Because if Love Haven taught us anything, it's that every paradise hides a secret, and eventually, every secret comes to light.